Your early 30s are the most redefining times of your life because and honestly, I wish somebody would have told me that whenever I turned 30 because like I was trying to figure out what 30 was all about. I had no idea what it meant to be 30. I remember being at this club one time and I was on this balcony and I was looking out at the city of Austin and I was asking the question, what does it mean to be 30? And I think when I look back at my own life, I'm 38 now. Those are the most redefining years of my life, my early 30s, because it's like I was looking back at everything that I was taught, everything that I've learned, and everything that I've done, and I'm trying to make sense of it. I did not have the fancy car. I did not have a high end job like I thought I would. I was it didn't work out the way I was told or was taught that it was supposed to work out. So I had to figure that out by myself. And so it's that season it's redefining because you kind of start to reanalyze your entire life. You look back at your 20s and you did all that, and then you look at your 30s and you're like, okay, how do I approach this now? Well, they say that 30 is the new 20, so I'm going to go off of that because it is a point of rediscovery. You're starting over. It's almost like a reset. And I remember whenever I turned 30, that's when I made a change. Not when I was 30, but in my early 30s, I started to ask questions and make a shift. I started to ask myself, what do I want to do with my life? What am I most passionate about? What do I care about the most that makes sense to me that I can see myself doing? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to live? And I was asking all these questions. And you're also asking, like, what do I believe? What do I believe? I was taught to believe these things, and then you start to question your beliefs and these beliefs that you've always held on to, that you were taught, whether you were in church or whether what your parents taught you, whatever. And you come to this beautiful place in life where you're making sense of your life, and then before you know it, by your mid 30s, you're like, okay, I got it, this is what I'm doing. And all it to get to that point, it's just like you just have to just start trying things, start experimenting with things, and taking more chances, taking more risk. And and you're risking it not working out, but you are taking a chance, and you're coming to this place of understanding of where you want to be, where you want to go, and what you want to do.